I'd like to talk about another concept word. I'm going to talk about surrender today for lots of different reasons. I've just been reminded of surrender in a number of different ways this morning. And actually, two things brought this up this morning. The first was I was reading an article. The naturopaths get a newspaper that has basically articles about therapies and approaches, and it comes from the US and they mail it up to us here in Canada as well. And there was a great article by a man who I know and love, who has been a naturopath probably twice as long as I have been, if that's even possible. I've been a naturopath now for 20 plus years, and I'm pretty sure he's going on 40. And he wrote an article about, it wasn't an article about surrender, but he wrote an article about how he loves his job, and I could have written this article. We love our jobs because we come to work and, we see all these little changes in people, sometimes whether or not they see it in themselves, but a lot of the time you also see it in yourself, and how rewarding that is, how fun it is to be involved in that, how energizing it actually is. And then there are other days, where people question everything that you've given them or refuse to do something you've asked them to do because either, he gave the example of a patient who wouldn't do a dietary approach for their colitis because their gastroenterologist told them that diet had nothing to do with it. And this is a very common stance, just so you know. I'm laughing because it's not funny, but I'm laughing because those are the moments where you have to just learn to kind of give it over. Okay, so let's work with where this person is at right now with respect to this. And that's all we can ever do, I think. So that was the first example this morning, is that I could have just written that article. The other example he gave was wanting to give somebody the homeopathic remedy, lachesis, which is actually made from the venom of the bushmaster snake. And I know I've had experiences like this too with patients where they're like, "You want to give me what?" I still remember actually a vet who I wanted to give that to. She was not sure. I think she eventually did take it, but it was a coaching process, that's for sure. So there's times where we have to surrender. I have to surrender to where the person is in front of me, and that you might have to surrender, as when you're consulting anybody who you're enlisting to provide you with support. So it's an interesting quality. Surrender doesn't mean not being active. It doesn't mean not being in your will. It literally means how do I hold this space so that what's best for me can come? But not out of fear, because I think sometimes people will surrender their will to other people in fear, where you think of somebody as being an authority and then you don't question them at all. And I don't think that that's a good idea either. We always need to be in a type of connective relationship about things. But there are times where you have to surrender. And, in this particular set of circumstances that we've got now, we have to surrender. We have to step back and think, okay, what is it here that's for the highest good? And again, like we spoke about yesterday, what things are coming at me that I am recognizing in myself are discordant because I've been given the space to do so? And can I actually surrender long enough to realize that those things might not be in my best interest? Obviously, we're having across the board for most people, especially most entrepreneurs. I mean, not all of you might be entrepreneurial, but the entrepreneurs amongst us are faced with conditions that are unlike any conditions that have ever been, probably in my career for sure. And So there's a part that has to surrender, that there's going to become a path that becomes very clear, and to just allow that process to happen. And I definitely feel that that's happening, not just for me, but for all of us. I don't know if you noticed, but there's really no smog in Calgary this last couple of weeks. I mean, there's lots of things that are changing for the positive. I mean, maybe they might not be permanent, but what a blessing that we can just kind of relax into this. And so I want to go into this meditation with the language of surrender. Surrender to your highest interest, even if you don't know what that is. Surrender to a direction that's going to work for you, even if you can't see that way clearly. And surrender to what really needs to happen for you. Not because you're busy coordinating other people's lives, but like what really comes up for you. So I said I had more than one example, and I did. I also was just on a kind of a mentorship call earlier and realized, wow, yeah, like I'm not the only person in this position, that's for sure. And there's lots of people who are really having to surrender to the higher impulse at this time and just allow whatever needs to happen to happen. So, without further ado, okay, so everybody just get comfortable. Feel your sit bones in your seat. Feel your feet on the floor. Find yourself in a comfortable position. If you can do a more upright meditation posture, that's great. If you can't, please don't worry about it. The important thing is to be comfortable and centered. So, and with that centering, let's just start our breathing together. So an in-breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And again, make sure as you're breathing that your tension's in your chest. Keeping your hand on your sternum if you need to. And again, let your attention shift to a place on earth that you feel is most beautiful. Could be anywhere. A mountain, a beach, an island beside a small stream. Lakeside, in a forest, wherever you find yourself. Just really pay attention to the details, both large and small. Pay attention to the shapes and textures, the smell or the feel of things around you. Pay attention if there are any creatures in this space. Continue to feel the connection to this location and begin to feel love for this place and for all of nature. Continue to grow into this space until your heart is beating with the warmth of your love. And when the time feels right, send your love to the center of the earth using your intention so that Mother Earth can directly feel the love you have. You can place your love into a small sphere to contain it and send it to the Mother if you wish. It is the intention that's important. Then wait, as if you were a child. Wait until she sends her love back to you and you can feel it. You are a child of Mother Earth, and she loves you. As the Mother's love enters your body, open it completely, allowing the love to move anywhere throughout your body. Let it enter all of your cells. Move through your light body. Let it move wherever it wishes to move. Feel the beautiful love your mom is surrounded with you with and remain in that union with Mother Earth until it feels complete. Without breaking this union with the Mother, look to the Father, the Heavenly Father. Look to the rest of creation beyond the earth. Place your attention on the night sky. See the Milky Way as it meanders across the heaven. Watch the planets and the moon swirl around you and the earth. Feel the sun hidden beneath the earth. Realize the incredible depth of space. Feel the love you have for the Father, the Spirit of all creation, except for the Divine Mother. And when this love becomes so great it can't stay inside you any longer, let it move into the heavens with your intention. and send your love into the heavens inside of small sphere if you wish. You can send it to the Unity Consciousness Grid. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. Just send your love to the sun. The sun's connected to all other suns and stars and eventually to all life everywhere. And once your love has been sent to the heavens, to the Divine Father, again wait. Wait for the Father to send His love back to you. And of course, He will always do so. And just like with the Mother's love, when you feel the love of the Divine Father, just let it move anywhere it wants to. It's your Father's love and it is pure. At this moment, something that rarely happens is manifesting. The Holy Trinity is alive on earth. The Divine Mother and the Divine Father are joined with you in pure love. And you, the Divine Child, complete the triangle. It is said that when you are in this state of consciousness, and only in this state of consciousness, that God, the Creator, the Spirit behind everything, can be known directly. And so now, I'd like you to become aware of that presence all around you and within you. Feel as you breathe the energy of the Father and the Divine Mother into its meeting place in the heart. Feel the presence of Spirit around you. Then through your heart, find yourself connecting to the other hearts in this meditation group. And across the planet, and everybody to whom you are connected, and to those connected to them. Feel that energy that you are anchoring spread out into humanity. Each time you hold this space, you do a service. Each time any human being sits in this energy, they create a field around themselves that smooths tensions and speaks to the souls of all living beings. Feel that deep, calm, peaceful energy in yourself. And surrender to the presence of all that is. Now see, sense, or feel the entrance to a large building in front of you. This building may have many shapes or sizes or materials. Whatever you see, go with that. Step inside to this building. As you walk in, you may be greeted, or you may just see that there are shelves and shelves of books around you. You'll find yourself drawn to one book. Feel yourself being guided to find the one volume on the shelf. When you've found it, hold it in your hands. It may be somebody else is holding the book for you. That's all right. Just let that be. I want you to open the book. And as you do, you realize soft light emanates from within its pages. You may see pictures, moving or still, in the book. You may see writing. You may be able to read it, you may not. See what you can see. Then, with your intent, open the book to a page that has a message for you in this time. You may see a scene or a word. Perhaps there's a color, a shape, a piece of art. Sound may emanate forth from the book. Receive whatever it is, even if at this moment you don't understand it. That's okay. Surrender to the message. Allow what it is that you need to hear, see, sense, or see to wash over you. And when you've gotten all the details you can, gently close the book and let it find its own way back to the shelf or place where it came. And turn to exit this building again. And as you reach the threshold, or have stepped outside. We're going to listen to our poem in this space. It's a poem called Sweet Surrender by Cheung Lee Wan. How beautiful is your peace, so sweet your gentle rest, such tranquility, such bliss, such rapture captured in sleep, that not even a babe cradled compares, nor a monk in deepest reflection. Match your countenance of silence and epic repose. How sublime you've become, that no effigy of you suffice to that of death's render, and to its muse, surrender. When you feel a breath coming in the right moment, find yourself back in the room. Feet planted. Anchored into awareness of the room. And then open your eyes. Welcome to this brand new day, in which each of you, with deep surrender, can keep your heart open, ready to receive and be guided as to what's right for you today and in the days to come. And I will see you all again tomorrow.